You guys, I've been reading this book. I'm almost done, and yeah, it's a good read. I don't want to talk too much about it, just in case you haven't read it. Let me not spoil it for you. But if you haven't, and you've been thinking about it, I think it's worth it. I literally read it everywhere, and I'm not even that much of a reader, but I read here and there. It takes me a long time to finish a book though, but this one I've read it for just like 3 days, 2 days actually, and I'm almost done with it. I'm already on the last. So it's about like four women. I'm already on the last woman, so I'm almost done with it. You guys, it's my birthday in a few days, and usually, like before, I used to be a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've always liked my birthday. I'm like a big birthday person. Anytime my birthday is coming, I'm super excited because I just really like my birthday right from when I was a child. Right? Not that I would do anything. Or I don't. Have I ever thrown a birthday party? I mean, my siblings have like surprised me like 3 times now on my birthday, and I never know. And I always cry about it. But I mean, I think they stopped when I turned like 24. I'm going to be 28 on the 31st of March. I'm going to be 20. What is it? 38. I'm going to be 28. Not that 38 is a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I'm not 38. And I used to be so anxious about my birthday. I used to be like, oh my god, I'm getting older. I haven't achieved like everything that I want to achieve. I think that's what makes me the most anxious. But the way I started to see it now is like everything that I believe that I desire or everything that I really want in this life is in front of me. Like it is not behind. It is not. I mean, I haven't gotten it now, meaning that it is in front of me. So why am I scared to like be older? I'm not even scared of 30 anymore. I think immediately my siblings turned 30, I was like, it's a pretty cool age. Like, then it's not, I mean, I never thought 30 was old, but then it now really dawned on me that 30 is not, it's not that deep, like it's 30. And I'm just so happy that this past year, I learned a lot of stuff. You guys, I learned how to drive. Like, I thought that I was never going to know how to drive. I thought that I was always going to have a driver. I thought that I would never just be able to like hop in and go. Like before, when I was going to the supermarket at home, I mean, you know me, I'm always at the supermarket because I like buying stuff to try. I like buying new stuff. So I always try to find like I'm leaving the point. But like I'm just happy that I can just hop in and go now. I can go and see my friend whatever time it is. I can go to the club and come back whatever time. I can drive my way. I can drive myself anywhere. Like that makes me genuinely happy because before I learned how to drive, it took me like one driving school, 2 drivers, 4 drivers to learn how to drive. 4. Do you know how crazy that is? I had 4 drivers. It took the last one to like piss me off for me to be like, okay, right now I'm serious. I need to learn how to drive. So if you're out there and you don't know how to drive, trust me, if I can drive, you can drive. Like I'm not trying to be on some kind of like, if I can do this, you can. Maybe I am. But like driving is not as hard as I thought. Maybe it is, but you figure it out. I also learned how to be like, I don't know if I'm talking a lot, but I wanted to write in my journal this morning about how I felt about the book because you guys, I'm done with the book. Finally, I'm excited. I had to finish it before I even had like the strength to come and just like talk to you guys. I had to finish up the book, so I'm done with the book. I'm super excited about that because that was a fantastic read. Yeah, so I was about to write in my journal about the book and like just life since my birthday is coming up soon. I was about to write. I'm like, why don't I just talk to you guys? You guys, I also learned how to be like confrontational. Like I never used to want to confront anything. But I realized that what you don't like talk about, what you don't tell somebody that, oh, like once you don't confront something, you're allowing it. Like you have to learn how to set boundaries for yourself. You have to learn how to like, step up and talk for yourself. Because do you know why I hated confronting people? Because I hated I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still some days I don't want to confront. Some days I want to confront. But like, I'm still like learning. But I've come such a long way. I used to hate to talk about stuff because I used to just be like, there's no point. I rather like just let the person be or let whatever situation it is be. But then I'll now ghost, and ghosting is so bad. Like, we're grown. Let's be less toxic. Let's learn how to like talk about things that don't sit right with us. Let's just learn how to do that because it's even more like it's such an healthy thing to do. Someone does something to you, talk about it, talk about what you don't like, because the person doesn't even know what you don't talk about. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I learned how to be a lot more like confrontational with things that I don't like, things that I wouldn't take. I even learned how to communicate better. This past year was a good one because I just learned a lot. Another thing that makes me excited about like like growing, is the fact that on my next, like when I turn 28 now, I will learn something else about myself, or even something that I'm struggling with. I just learn how to get over it. Get over it. So I feel like with age comes like more. You want to just do better and grow, basically, because the things I learned this year, there's some that I can't even talk about, but damn, I feel like I'm entering this new age like a whole different person. Like I'm just better, I'm just better. I also learned how to cook. And yeah, probably like, how don't you know how to cook? Rest. Okay? Rest. I never used to be like the person that used to want to be in the kitchen. I used to hate it. And I was always ordering food, and it was becoming too much. So I went on YouTube, I went on CCM's channel, and I learned how to cook like some things. I made jollof rice today, and that's what I just ate. I forgot to show you guys because I just wasn't in the mood to like vlog and all. But like, and it was nice. Like, I'm not the only person that said that. I also gave it to my sister, and she liked it. I've made stew. I learned how to make a goosey. I learned how to make different things. Like, I'm in my cooking era. Maybe next to be like baking or something. But like this year, I was just open to learning a lot. The other day, I was going out with my sister, and then we got to the estate gate, and somebody was parked right in front. And I won't say I went off on the person, but I was a bit rude about it. I was like, move your car. Like, of course, person should move the person's car, but I was a bit like too much about it. And then my sister goes, "You become like very snappy." I'm like, snappy? Like, how do you mean snappy? And that was the second time I was hearing that. My mama told me before that I've become like more snappy, that I used to be so sweet. But I mean, as you grow older, you can't be all sweet. You have to have some kind of spice, right? I don't know why I said that. But like, my mom had mentioned it, and then my sister has mentioned it right now. And these are like two people that are very close to me. Like, they know me in and out. Like, they know me. So I was like, I don't want to be snappy. When she told me, of course, initially I was very like defensive. I was like, I'm not, that guy will just park there. That didn't make any sense. Blah, 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 blah. Then she's like, yeah, but you would have reacted better. And if you know me, again, if you know me, I don't like when people just snap for no reason, or when people are just like, rude to people for no reason, or just like not kind, right? So I felt like, oh, that's something that I had to work on after I'd already finished being defensive. I came back home, I took out my journal, and I wrote down, like, I don't want to be like snappy. I have to work on it, because I have things that I've written in my notes where like, these are the values that I want to live by. These are the things these are the what's the word? Like, I want people to be able to rely on me. I want people to be able to say that, okay, you can depend on me. Don't depend on me too much, or please, I'm still trying to depend on myself. But like, I want people to be able to trust me with some things, like be able to like know that if you come to me, I'm going to like, tell you the truth about stuff. I want to have like, I want to be like, I don't want to be snappy, basically. Like, that was not in my notes. Like, I don't want to be a snappy person. I want to be someone that is kind, like someone that, and I know that I'm kind. So like, I want to continue to work on that and know that this is who I am. Like, I don't want to be snappy. So when she told me that, I was just like, nah, I have to like intentionally work on it, because sometimes you become what you don't like. So I don't like people that are snappy, but then what if I now become snappy and I don't know? Like I go out, the waiter comes, I snap. I do this. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be snap at my security guard. I want to be always be like nice. So she told me that, I was like, oh my god, like I have to work on this. And you guys have been like, it's on my notes on my phone, like don't be snappy. Like I was just like, you can't be snappy. So now every day, if someone dish you, like, of course, driving in Lagos is crazy. You are going to be snappy. So it's so hard to not be snappy. But I don't want anything to like dictate how I react to something. I don't know if that makes sense. But like, so now I'm consciously working on it. And last week she was like, she has realized that I'm not as snappy anymore. And then I was just like, oh my god, like I like when people hold me accountable, like when someone can tell me this is different. And now don't get me wrong, you can grow. Like growing is like, of course you change. Some people have come to me and they're like, most of my friends that knew me before, and they're like, oh my god, you're so different. But when I now ask like how different, like you are more like, you just seem more grown, like you just seem more like if like of course I'm different, I'm going to change, but like you don't want to change to be somebody that you don't like. You don't want to change in a bad way. You want to change in a way that's like is nice. Like it's like you are growing financially, you are growing mentally, you are growing like emotionally. That's one thing I also want to continue to do, like be emotionally like be in touch with myself emotionally, like know when I shouldn't have done something, or if I made somebody feel bad. Like I want people to experience me in a way that is good. I don't want someone to come across like, me and then they can't say anything nice. Not that of course people are still going to say bad things about you. You can't control people's perception of you. But you also have to just know that you just don't want to be somehow, like you want to be able to take charge of how you react to some things. So that's when she told me that I had to work on it. I want my friends to be able to tell me, oh, what you did that day, that's not right. And then I'll be like, okay, I need to work on this. That's the kind of person I want to be. This thing has entered like motivational talk, but hear me out. I'm growing older. I guess I'm getting more like serious. That's why I'm not like scared to grow older anymore, because the older I get, the more like I just feel like more like myself. Do you get? Like anytime I think about like my younger days, like like when I was 21, 22, 23, it feels like I was living a different life. It felt like that wasn't even me. It felt like I was just somebody. Anytime I think about or I see a picture from like when I was younger, I used to just be like, was that like that was me? I feel like I'm a whole new different person. And that's why I'm more excited to even meet like my older self, because that means I'm going to just keep growing into myself even more. So why would I be scared to do that? Why do I get anxious? Why do I get sad? Like I've done myself proud to an extent. I'm doing YouTube, which is something I've always wanted to do. I'm doing it. Before, I used to like want things to happen to me. I used to just want something to just change. But now I feel like I've taken more charge of like my happiness. And it just happened. This just happened like very recently. I just told myself that, I'm going to stop letting things like make me like letting Lagos, for instance, dictate how I feel, because this country, we all know, let's not go into that. But it can really like make you feel so down, so like feel so bad. Like last year on my birthday, I didn't take charge of myself out of my birthday at all. I wanted things to just I let things just happen. And sometimes it's okay to let go, but sometimes it's also okay to like plan yours, as in plan, just make yourself feel good about stuff. Like this birthday now, I'm about to order my cake. I'm about to like I don't know what I'm doing. I was talking about like doing like a house party thing, but I'm not even sure because I don't want to get too overwhelmed, right? Because I'm a terrible host, basically. I try, but I don't want to be in charge of anybody. Do you get? But I want to do something for my birthday, so I might end up like I want to be in charge of my birthday. I want to plan something so that I know that day I'm going to be in charge of my own happiness. I'm not going to let things just happen to me. Like my last year birthday, my friend Sasuke came over. We had a nice time. Then my phone just got bad, and that's how it ruined my whole day. I ended up crying. I ended up hating my whole birthday, and I just hated the whole thing. But like this year, I'm like, I want to be in charge of things. Like I want to be able to say, this is how my birthday is going to go. Do you get? Like I want to make myself happy that day. So even if nobody comes through, nothing happens. Of course, people are going to come through. And my family members always come through for my birthday. They always make my birthday so good. But last year, my brother wasn't around. My mom was somewhere else. My sister wasn't available as well. So that's why it was a whole terrible thing. I want to just like be around people that are making me genuinely happy. So I'm going to take charge of my birthday this year. And I didn't do that last year. That's why I was crying, I was sad, and I was all that. And some days I wake up and I'm like I'm not even in the mood to get up because I already feel like, oh, I don't have I'm just like I'm not happy right now. You know, some days you just have down days, even if like you're happy with your life, you just have days where you just feel like I don't I don't know what I should call it, like where you just feel like depressed, but you just feel so sad. I've decided that I'm going to take more charge of like my happiness. Like wake up in the morning, lay in my bed, creating content makes me happy. Take up my camera, go out. Like just make sure that every day I have a good day, which is not going to be realistic. Because some days you just want to just stay in bed, which is okay. But like basically, if I have like 3 days in a week that I used to be sad, now maybe just one day I just take it to just do whatever where I still feel like, I don't know, is that normal for you to just feel away some days? You just feel like you just feel somehow with yourself, like you just feel like a bit sad. Doesn't happen to everybody, but I just have some days like that where it's just like, and sometimes it turns into like from 1 day to 2 day to 3 day, it now becomes like 3 days. Why did I say 1 day to 2 days? 1 day to like 2 days to like 3 days, and then 3 days of the week you just end up having, like, if I don't have work most times, I'm just in bed. Because if you guys, in case you don't know, I do like content, and I work by myself. Like, although I have like management and all that, but I work like I do my own stuff. So it's like, if I don't take charge of my days, then I just end up like being in bed watching a movie, and then I feel sad. But anyway, I'm working on it. I'm trying to be more active. Like, just I'm going to the gym now. Although I stopped for a minute, I'm gonna be back. Don't worry. Like, wake up in the morning, go to the gym in the morning, come back home, shower, go out. Like, do stuff. Be more like active so that I don't have those kind of days. And I also learned how to be like more positive. Like sometimes we just say things to ourselves that we don't like, which is bad. Like I'm big on manifesting, just in case you're not big on that, but I'm big on like manifesting the kind of life that you want. I'm big on like I'm like talking to myself, saying nice things to myself. Like I wake up in the morning, I go to the mirror, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm that. Like words of affirmation now, or what's the word? I'm tripping. I know what it is, but I just can't remember right now. Like I've learned how to talk nicely to myself. Like some days I wake up and I'm just like, oh, I don't like the way my body looks. But I've learned to stop doing that. I like my body. I like this is the body I'm going to be in. I have to like it. But although I don't like something, maybe my stomach I'll be looking a bit big these days, and I'm working on it. Like I stopped eating bread as much. Bread is my favorite food, but I've cut it a bit. I've stopped eating pastries as much. I'm going to the gym. So I've realized that what I don't like, I can change it. Like I don't like when my stomach was looking. I'm going to change it. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to be more active. I'm going to start working. Like walking. I mean like all those 10K walks that people have been doing. I'm going to start it. Like I'm taking charge of myself. Like I'm not going to let whatever just happens to me. Like I'm going to be more like I've learned to be more positive. Like say things that you only want. Like this life I'm living right now, I manifested it. I remember when I used to work. I talk a bit too fast. Let me slow down. I remember when I used to work at Nissan, where I used to sell cars, and then I used to be like, oh, I just wish I could just do like social media full time. I used to daydream about doing social media. I used to like, I want to just be able to just create content for myself. Although now I still want something else. That's the thing about life. You're never going to be content. Like so, I've just learned how to enjoy where I am in right now, where I'm also looking to be like somebody, like something else. Like I want to also, do more. See, if you hear my dreams, this will be scared because I just be dreaming. But I realize that I'm dreaming. Okay, that means if it's in my head, that means I can do it. Hopefully. But like I be having wild dreams, but I've learned how to be like content with where I am right now. Like I'm happy. I wanted to be here. Like I was working at the Sun in 2022. I wanted to do social media full time. I'm doing that right now. Like I'm happy. Like I need to just understand that I manifested it. So in case you don't believe in manifestation, it actually works. Manifestation works. So learn how to just daydream about whatever it is that you want. Learn how to say things, like talk to your friends about it even. Oh, like don't talk too much about your dream, because I believe in, like, taking actual, like, action, but learn how to manifest. Like, write these things down. Like, write whatever it is that you want to do with yourself. Like, say it. I want to do this. I'm going. Sometimes even say I'm going to. If someone should ask me now, what are your plans for your, like, your next, don't ask me for 5 years, please. I'm just trying to live day by day. But like, if someone should ask me, oh, what are your plans, this and that one? Oh yeah, I'm going to travel more this year. I'm going to create more content. I'm going to, like, work with big brands. I have some brands that I've written down. I don't want to talk about it yet because, of course, maybe it's private about it. I don't even know why, but like, I've written it down. I follow some brands that I want to work with online, international brands that I don't even know if they will ever notice me. But like, I follow them. I write it down. I like, it's like be like an international sensation. I guess this week's video is just me talking a lot. I don't even know. I didn't plan this. It just happened. But yeah, I'm just happy that I even have the opportunity to just, like, grow older. Not to sound deep, but like, don't be so scared to grow old. I guess that's the point of today's video. I guess that's all I have to talk to you guys about this week. I hope I didn't just blab a lot of nothing. I hope you guys at least get to learn something from this video, and I hope you subscribe. And I see you next week. Next, why did I almost say next week? At times, I'm too edo, because why was I about to say that? But anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Please subscribe, share, comment, like I said before. And yeah, have a nice week. Learn to be more positive. Learn to confront things that you don't like. Then understand that there's time for everything and your time is going to come. Just learn to be more intentional about your happiness, because nobody's going to make you happy if you don't choose to be happy. Yeah. And surround yourself with people that genuinely like you, and people that want to see you grow, and people that can hold you accountable for things. Yeah. Bye.